Hello, my name is Dan Johnson and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the brand new Sixth Doctor box set from Big Finish Productions. This set is called The Cosmos and Mrs. Clarke. It obviously features Colin Baker and Miranda Raisin as Constance Clarke. The Sixth Doctor range has been an interesting one over the last couple of years. It's kind of like been an underdog. With the Purity releases that was maybe 3 years ago now, the thing started out as sort of like an underdog and has slowly gained traction. So that now we have some of the best output from Big Finish within the Sixth Doctor range. If you were to rank these sets, I think that this set would be quite low, and I think that's testament to the quality of this range. In this box set though, we have three fun adventures. We have a Dalek story, we have a mind swap comedy romp with Iris Wildthyme, and we have a cosmic space adventure to finish off. So for the first story, the Daleks are used really well, and there's a beautiful element of heart and spectacle to this story. This story has a lot of really nice imagery that really lingers in the mind. Obviously, I can't go into spoilers, so I can't tell you too much, but there's also a really great mystery going on, and I was really invested in trying to work out what the answer was. In story 2, you follow Marco Polo as he travels back to his homeland of Venice, but the main plot line is with the Doctor and Iris Wildthyme. Now, she's an interesting character because she's one I've never heard of, and they don't do a massive amount of explanation as to who she is. You kind of got to pick things up. I see her as sort of like a doctor, but from like Wish or something like that. But what really matters is that the energy of the character is absolutely great. There's a lot of fun to be had, and you can tell that Katie Manning is having a lot of fun playing this role and playing with the voice of it. And apparently her time travel machine is a giant bus. I'm not entirely sure what to say. The main story is their mind swap, and this leads to a series of fun moments as well as a series of very strange accents. This story is, of course, about that mind swap, and it's quite fun to see the Doctor and Iris switch roles, and the way that they sort of approach time travel and approach their adventures is very different. So having the actors do something very different is very fun to listen to. I think that's where a lot of the comedy comes from, particularly Katie Manning just mucking around, or well, what feels like Katie Manning just mucking around. But there is one little gripe I have with this story, is that the characters don't seem to tell that there's a mind swap till really late in the story, particularly Constance, who did surprise me. This woman has travelled with the Doctor, and she doesn't seem to pick up on the difference till maybe the end of part 1. Episode 3 has a really good structure. It's done partly through narration, and it sets up this new civilization, and it does a great job of doing so. The monsters, or the foes for this story, are they're a little bit weird. They're a bit freaky. They are like tiny Mrs. Clarks, and it's quite funny sort of having Miranda Raisin play all these little like imps. Constance Clarke is an excellent companion. I really enjoyed her during the Quinn Dilemma from last year, where she features in 2 episodes with the Sontarans, and I was really looking forward to hearing her here. Her voice is probably my favourite thing about this character. It's so lovely and so well written, and there's sort of like old-fashioned sort of elements in there, but then some slightly more modern elements of feminism as well. And I just love the sound of the voice. There's something about the voice. I always gravitate to that voice. And so the final question is, was I satisfied by this release? And yes, the Sixth Doctor is always a hit. It never fails to satisfy me. I think that it just generally is probably the most consistent range that Big Finish does. The stories are always interesting. I mean, there's some weaker ones here. I felt like the 3rd episode was probably the weakest of the lot, but overall, still a really fun set. That Dalek story was excellent. This production oozes care for the Sixth Doctor's era. It's a real treat. So, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe. If you're new, don't forget to go and have a look at my other Big Finish reviews. I do fairly consistent reviews on the stuff that I buy. Last time I think I did Planet Crinoid. We have Dark Gallifrey at some point that I'm probably going to do a review on. The most recent Missy set, the trilogy that they've got going on. Of course, the 9th Doctor's coming up, the 13th Doctor's coming up, and they're all exciting releases that are very much anticipated. And of course, Doctor Who itself. I have reviews of the new series of Doctor Who as it comes out week by week, so maybe you should go and check out that too. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.